Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time we finished dealing with the spiders down below after a slight detour to the Underdark, but now we have Wyll re-equipped with his main weapon, we have a fresh, healthy pair of familiars, so it's time to go and take a walk.
Well, in it. As
And
far as my feet can carry me.
Yes, thank you, Grace. We think I am going to go and take a walk up north. I think there's going to be some things we can just about deal with up there with our warlockish powers. Wyll is currently injured, but we have all of our spell slots, so I'm reluctant to short rest just for what is going to be 7 HP, and as soon as he kills something, he will get back HP in the form of his packed temporary hit points. So if we just hop over this bridge, all characters should have enough jump distance to get over that together. Even the flying guy. We can see just along the road there are some hyenas and things. And so since they're in plain sight and they haven't seen us yet, we'll take an opportunity to sneak on by. And let's get Wyll in first, because we're not going to have a chance to cast Hex without drawing attention to ourselves. And if possible, we would like a kill for those temporary HP. And we did not get temporary HP. I do not understand why. Cannot be dead.
Someone tore right through these people.
There's our Dark One's Blessing. So we got 6 HP. And then these three guys have popped into newborn gnolls, which is delightful. So we'll get started on them as well, having come out of the bodies of the hyenas. And our stealth is successful, so we can sneak on up with Grace as well. Obviously, as newborns, these guys probably aren't the most, I don't know, adept creatures. This creature is too far. That's a shame for Eldritch Blast. We'll bring these guys up a bit, I suppose. And then hopefully we'll be able to get a whole other round in just a moment before they see us. Wyll was not sneaking because he spent his action casting an attack, and now we're all in. Okay, this is a fairly bad time.
Battle favors the fearless.
Wyll is up in the order, and then it is going to be the three of us next, so it's not too bad. We could Arms of Hadar here and attack the two creatures nearest us, but I don't think that's quite necessary. I'm not going to Hex just on the off chance that we lose our concentration whilst we're currently engaged so closely, but let's try and kill the one with 5 HP here. That's a big miss. But the Quasit and the Imp are definitely going to be able to get involved. Five HP there is great. How about this newborn gnoll here? How about we sting them? And they have exactly 1 HP left, which is just the worst. So let's go after the one with 1 HP. And we miss. So they're going to get an extra attack in, which is a shame really, but the only other option we would be is to move in closer and try an offhand attack, but I don't think we would get in range to do it from here. Oh, we will. There you go, there's 1 less attack we have to sustain. Because they dashed at us. They're not going to get an attack action, but now they're stood together, they do benefit from pack tactics. They have advantage on attack rolls if they're within 1.7 feet of each other, which they obviously currently are. Let's see. We'll try and take out the one with 7 HP. We hit for 4, which is decent. Then we have our familiars getting involved. There's one down. Another sting right here. For 7 damage is a good time. Then it's just on Grace. We have 2 attacks. And a crit will sort that problem wonderfully. Now, Wyll is very injured. He did get hit. Even with his temporary hit points, we're down 10 HP now. So the question becomes, do we want to rest when we're not gaining any benefit from spell slots? I think not. And we've got a good amount of healing potions, so I think we can probably spend one of these here. Excellent. Huge amount of damage from 2d4 plus 2. So, with those guys down, we can start picking through whatever there is to find around here. We could take wine for camping supplies, but I think we'll spare ourselves the wait. Okay, thank goodness. I didn't realise that was a fire wine barrel. And so the alcohol is flammable, but so long as we don't do anything to ignite it, like throw this alchemist's fire, we can continue to lose everything else. And up above us on the map, I can see a couple of gnoll hunters. 4 of them, in fact. Can we get an angle on them from behind? We can. So let's get everyone sneaking.
Still alive, so that's progress.
I don't want to approach them from here because we are downhill quite steeply here, so we could be at a disadvantage attacking uphill. So we're going to get the whole party moving back along this path. And we'll see what we can do around here. Now, Grace does have the Shatter spell. And as much as all 4 of them aren't currently in the same spot, I think this is definitely going to be worth doing. I wonder if that stray to the right-hand side is going to move back and join these guys, because I thought I saw them stood together a moment ago. And if he comes in this circle, then we can pop the spell against all 4 foes. Doesn't look like they're going to move back. They are slightly animated, but just staying in place. So let's give this a go. Alright, the 15 damage on the one that didn't save is huge. And Grace is up again because we instigated the action. And also Wyll has not been seen from stealth yet. So, Wyll, please get into the fight. We will attack this injured one in front. Then he's put into the initiative order. Grace is still taking her action next. But these guys, even though they'll probably be seen, we can move them up. Yep, there is the imp in the order. And we'll just run the quest as far as they can get before being seen. As we said, it was Grace's turn in the order. And with these 4 now bunched together, I can't see why we wouldn't just shatter again. That is massive. Okay. This guy with 1 HP is going to charge us. We saved against some kind of howl. And with 1 HP, we should be able to just hit the Nullfang with our familiar. And this guy with 4 HP is going to get a turn in with his short bow. And a critical miss is just beautiful. Now, we could hex here, but we don't really need to because our Eldritch Blast does 1d10 plus 3, which is at least 4 damage. They have max HP, current HP of 4. so we were never not going to kill them if we did manage to hit them. And that is a great fight. Now, we're probably going to want to short rest, given the 2 expended spell slots. Unfortunately, Wyll didn't get a hex off or anything else right there, and I assume we can't abuse... Oh. I had no idea we could do this, but it makes total sense and is absolutely something I used to abuse in my tabletop game.
I need to rest soon.
So, in Tabletop 5th edition, as a Warlock, when you finish a long rest that lasts 1 hour, you get your spell slots back at the end of that rest. But say I had both of my spell slots going into the short rest, and I might have said long rest earlier, I meant short rest. So I have both of my spell slots going into a short rest, and Hex can be maintained with concentration for 8 hours after that rest. During the rest, if I take something like a cockroach, cast Hex on the cockroach, kill the cockroach, I can then within the next 8 hours reapply that Hex to another creature. And then, at the end of the hour-long rest, I get both of my spell slots back, so I now have 2 spell slots and an active Hex, which is basically what we've just done, because we've activated Hex, so when this imp dies, we can recast Hex on something else, but we can now short rest. We have both of our spell slots and an active Hex spell, which is great. So we're going to kill our own familiar here, if we could ever hit them. Man, they don't want to go down, do they? Why can't we have rolls this bad when it's other things attacking us and not us attacking ourselves? So it's gone. Concentration is broken, but that's because we can now reapply Hex. We can also just get a new imp. And welcome to Warlock min-maxing with Gothic Lord UK. Okay, we have good health, we have all our spell slots back, we have good familiars, and we both have Hex up. So, what's next?
Something good here, I hope.
Nothing there. I'll take cash and jewellery though. These guys aren't even equipped with weapons. What about you, mangled corpse? Have you got something nice for us? Okay, we've got more footprints and more blood, so clearly this isn't over from here.
What path lies before me?
And random stuff on fire. Dead hyenas. And more blood and more fire. And scary face, skull, feather, handprint thing. Classic. So where do we want to start this fight from? Indeed, I think this is a fight. I think I recall what's happening here.
A hero at heart.
First of all, we all stealth. If we have the option to all be stealthing, we're all stealthing. Now, Shatter did some great work for us there. And so if there's other opportunities to shatter 3+ foes at once, I think this is a quick save, or an auto-save. Yes. If there are other opportunities for massive shatters, I'll certainly take it. There's a dead gnoll. There's Flind, the gnoll warlord. We've got a gnoll and 2 hyenas there. So we could shatter the multi-gnolls. Oh, and there's 3 over there as well. So my question is, could I possibly get the familiars into a fight to get all of these guys to hoard around them alone? Just about here. And if we go invisible, Quaist, if we could go invisible, please. We should be able to walk up to any location in the fight we want to be. And our imp is now invisible because we clearly didn't change who we had selected. And they did not yet make the flight over, which is fine. So this is our bait, and we want as many of these creatures to move within range of one another as possible. And we'll hurt whatever we can in the process. We'll start with the imp. Good. Critical miss is great. If these guys want to continue to stand there, that works for me. Alright, let's see where these guys stop when it gets to the Quasit's turn. Because they're going to keep moving around now until one of us is in the initiative. Okay, so on this beat here, we can have our actual heroes hopefully step out to somewhere we can get some really good area of effect spells going. So the range on Shatter isn't the best, but we should be able to work with it. And it looks like we can get these three here, which seems like as good a result as any. Yep, there's one down. That's huge. Wyll, still not in the fight, so we can take an action with him. The biggest concern is Flind the Gnoll Warlord, because if they get us, we have big problems. He has a very big hitting flail you can see moving around there. So we could go for a Witch Bolt and just try and grind that out for d12s. We could try Hexing and then Scorching Raying, because that will do 3 attacks, and each one of those will do an extra d6 of necrotic damage if they hit. Or we could come over here and try and hit more of this stuff, particularly with something like an Alchemist's Fire, although 1d4 doesn't seem super strong. A bomb could be strong. We could hit these 3 with a bomb, or these 2, although this guy having 1 HP seems less urgent. Let's just get Wyll here.
Keeping quiet. Quiet as a moonbeam.
And because we can, use it or lose it. Right, 8 damage, 2 of them made the save, the other one didn't. And we are now all in initiative. Hopefully the Quasit can take out this guy with 1 HP, that would be great. Alas not. This guy with 6, pinning down Grace. 2 allies in the cave.
Someone's fighting the gnolls. We should help.
Having absolutely no effect.
Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
Then Flind is up.
With a shock of psychic pain, the pack leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No. The voice has forbidden this meat. Gnolls see your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. authority.
Well, if there was ever a time to use our illithid powers, I think this is it. So long as we don't roll a natural 1, which is an auto-fail in this system, we'll be fine. 5% chance. Excellent.
Deep in the chaos of her mind, something responds to your command. A tadpole. It is the source of the voice. She will obey it. She will obey you. Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. It's taking something you'll never get back.
Taking what? What? What happened? The fight is over? This was not what I expected. Are they just gonna chill here now? I guess they are. And they're not foes anymore? Because this box is of interest to me as a story item. But that's going to have to be a problem resolved next session, I suppose. I've never seen this encounter end in this way. So join me then. We'll see if we can go and retrieve what belongings are down there, or whether we need to just leave this place be for a while. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.